Second annual fixed ops tournament is in the books.
In the books.
Yeah.
Man, it was a lot of work that went into it. You and the team. Oh my God, you guys killed it.
Thanks.
And we just got to interview Jamar Hassan from Stonecrest Honda and Megan Wallace from Beaman Toyota, the champions of this year's competition. And it was a stiff competition.
I heard it was like settled by just a few amount of points.
Oh
it
my
was
God.
Very tight.
6 points between first and last place on the technician side.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then on the advisor side, I mean, all the judges left not having any idea who was going to pull it out.
Wow. That's crazy.
It was so close. They did such a good job. But this conversation we had with these two winners, so good.
They're so healthy. They're so well adjusted. They're just good people.
You think that's what makes them successful?
Yeah, I think it's downstream of like their heart.
I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely. That explains the quality individuals we had before us. I was just kind of sat there in quiet awe. Honestly, that's what I was doing.
You guys are going to love this conversation. Check it out. So speaking of Halloween, though, what's y'all's favorite candy?
Ooh.
I feel like you might be able to tell a lot from somebody with like their favorite like cake flavor or candy,
I feel like it's more layered without being layered. It's not a surface. Yes, I'm a refrigerated Reese's peanut butter cup girl.
Me too.
If I do say so myself.
That's it. That's the pinnacle.
It's gotta be refrigerated, not
That's right.
frozen.
Not
Just
frozen.
in the fridge for a day.
Are you the person that likes to eat cookies cold also?
No, it's just a chocolate thing. I don't want it melting in my fingers.
I want
Still
it
enjoy
melting.
it.
Like I want
It's
it
got a
all
good texture
melted and stuff. I don't want crunchy.
I think just a little pop. Well, your mouth is gonna handle that. You know, the warmth there.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine.
That's a part of the experience. While I'm eating it, it's supposed to melt, not in my hand.
Yeah, that's what
You
I'm saying.
know?
It doesn't make it sometimes to the mouth.
Yeah.
What about yours?
I don't think I have a favorite candy.
No?
No, didn't get to eat too much candy growing up. But
You got nice teeth.
well, I try. I think that's a byproduct.
Yeah, thank you, Mom.
I'll probably say Skittles, maybe.
Oh, really?
Sour Skittles, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about those berry ones? You know, like those assorted wild berry.
They have the different flavor packs.
Yeah.
I think there's a light blue bag that I'd like as well.
That's my road trip staple.
Okay,
Because I don't have a refrigerator. You know?
Has anybody tasted like the Starburst jelly beans?
First jelly.
Oh my God, you
I think
guys.
I have.
They are so delicious. And they started coming out a few years ago, and they would only come out during like Easter.
Oh yeah.
But now they're out
Oh,
full time.
full time?
Mm-hmm.
We used to go to the Jelly Belly factory, and you could get them there.
Yeah, but the Starburst
Where's
jelly
that?
beans, way better.
West Coast, California.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
You're
would
from
be cool.
Cali.
I'm from Cali, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haven't lived there in a long time, though, so I wonder if they've, not claimed me anymore because it's been so long.
How do you like Nashville?
I really like it. It's grown on me a lot. It's been good to me. Nashville has been very good to me. I've only been there for 2.5 years since moving from Texas, and it's very green. Like where I'm from is dead. Like you fly in and you flick anything and it'll light the whole place on fire. So that whole California's on fire. That's so real. That's so real. And then you go to Nashville, it's like plush. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to take an allergy pill.
Take an allergy pill.
Just to survive here. But yeah, no, I like it. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
And we talked a little bit last night. So you are from Georgia.
Yeah.
Oh.
Born and raised. Yep.
Yeah. And so well, I don't know. You guys said, maybe here, maybe Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Maybe we'll get houses in both.
Hopefully.
One of these days.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
One of these
Are
days.
is your family from Jamaica or just by Jamaica?
My wife is Jamaican. She's from Jamaica, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Good food.
That would be cool.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Well, you at least got to go visit.
Of course, yep.
Oh my gosh, guess what? You just got $5,000.
Right.
Yeah.
That may be in the cards.
You might be able to plan a vacation to Jamaica
Hopefully, yeah.
with $5,000.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We just gotta.
What are you
Make
thinking
sure.
about doing with the money?
Good question.
Ask the
Pour it into
wife.
my investments,
Yeah.
But just save, put it towards some bills and take care of my wife, obviously, and
Of course.
plan for the future. Like you mentioned, we're both very young, so a lot more planning.
Yeah.
I try to plan for everything I do before I do it, so
Smart.
probably won't know what I do with the 5,000 till 2 months later, but
Yeah.
it'll be
Jamar,
good.
how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
Megan, when you were 21,
Listen, he's making his generation proud. That's all across my mind. Because when I was trying, exactly
What were
my
you
question.
doing?
I was like, at 21, that
what
was
were
not.
you doing when you were
I
21?
was living
'Cause
in
I can
Reno,
tell you what I
Nevada.
was
And
doing.
that city is open 24/7.
Reno.
So we had a real good time in our 20s. Okay. Oh my gosh, not that.
Not planning ahead.
No, we're in college. We were just like, yeah, man, whatever. Like, it's just a totally different.
I had zero money
Oh
too.
and I was also married at that age.
Oh,
so
wow.
our heads were not there. So good for you. Good for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, try a lot to, just do the right thing. And with what you had mentioned earlier, I won't bring it back up again, but things like that is where I gain my mindset.
Yeah.
My mother used to have she actually has a nonprofit right now for mental health.
That's
And
awesome.
that's where I get
Do you want to plug
my
it?
the Well, I believe it's called.
Oh.
I don't have her card, but
Okay.
and it sucks that I don't remember the name, but she's one of the people who probed me to think how I think, and I really love that stuff to pour back into our generation, just people who show the effort, and so that's basically why I am how I am. I just try to do the best I can and pour back into other people and take as much knowledge from the people who pour into me. So
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Good. And it
Admirable. Yeah, absolutely. I've met a lot of 21-year-olds. They don't carry themselves quite like
No,
you should.
you have stuff figured out. Like you just have like this air of you have your stuff sorted. You like a command of like the situation. And when I was your age, I was not what you are.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It doesn't just happen either. There's a lot of discipline, I'm sure, that goes into.
Oh yeah.
Consistency and discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely shows for sure.
Yeah, it doesn't just fall out of the sky. So.
I only have 21 years, but it definitely feels long. Those 21 years have felt long.
He's trying to hold on to 21, not make it a 22 right
Get
now.
off your grip on that thing.
Hold on.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So tell us about, a day in the life of a technician at Stonecrest Honda. You've been doing it almost a year at this particular dealership.
Mhm.
What do you like about it? What's kind of challenging and tough? And where are you hoping to go?
Yeah, well, I'll start off with the last question. I definitely want to get my master certification.
Okay.
Nice.
I've worked at Acura previous to working at Honda,
Mm-hmm.
and so getting that certification, being basically the same, would be really big for me just to have under my belt, and just to go into what it's like being there. It's difficult. I would say the biggest challenge is just communication. I think with most dealerships, making sure that advisors and techs are communicating, and just the shop foreman with other techs, maybe just parts and technicians. So that's definitely something that I've tried to work on, be better at, and I try to tell my peers too, like, hey, as long as your advisor is aware of what's going on, everything should work out, and
For you, setting the standard though.
Yeah.
And setting the example, not just saying it, but doing it, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
Big.
Okay, what do you do and what do you do back there to build those relationships with parts, with advisors? What are some things that you do?
Well, I listen a lot. I think that's the most important thing, because we just went from so I'm sure you're familiar with CDK and X-Time. We switched from CDK to X-Time, and that was a little bit of a challenge, especially for our new guys in Express.
Yep.
But as far as, parts and just, listening to what they have to say, whatever issues they may have, I want to listen to that and say, okay, how can I help, or how can I do my part well enough to where they can do their job easily and efficiently. So that's listening is probably the biggest thing.
That's
All
awesome.
right.
And that's crucial, yeah.
Mhm.
That part. There's a lot, there's passive and then there's active, and it sounds like you're on the active side, which is really Yeah, to retain, analyze, and then help where you can.
Mhm.
That's so good. That's so good. Can you come to our store?
Oh, you would rock and roll
Oh my
over there with
gosh.
Chris.
Chris would love you.
Mm.
Where's that at?
Oh, we're in Nashville.
Nashville.
Okay.
Yeah, Beaman Toyota.
Yes.
I mean, it's not, but it's like still, I feel like Honda and Toyota are very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Toyota's its own animal, but so is Honda, rightfully so. So, that's awesome.
Jamar, what is next step that you're working on taking towards your master certification?
Well, I have a lot more online courses to do, and that's a process in itself because I do have a degree in automotive repair, or I'm sorry, certification in automotive repair, and that was a long process getting that. So I kind of got burnt out. But it's just, doing the courses, retaining the information. I like to take notes. If I don't write it down on paper, I won't remember it. So that kind of prolongs the process as well. But just dishing out that time, because to get here, I had to dish out a lot of time. So now I can put it elsewhere. And I think that's the next place for me. So
it's like waves crashing, right? You have to ride the wave, it crashes, you retain what you need to, and then there'll be another one.
Yeah.
I feel like that's awesome. At least you have self-awareness of like burnout, because some folks will keep going until they lather themselves with that gasoline and light themselves on fire, so that's really great. You have self-awareness, which is awesome. So
As do you, Megan.
Oh, thank you.
Right? Because if we talk a little bit about your career.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's been quite the train I got on.
So how long have you been an ASM advisor?
Writing service specifically, gosh, it's like a running joke at work, because I every time I get asked that, the year changes. She's been doing it for 45 years, It's just a kind of an ongoing joke. Writing service specifically, I want to say 13, 14.
And what else have you done in the dealership?
Oh my gosh, I have started as a receptionist. I was 18 already, but I was in high school. I was graduating high school as a receptionist. And then I sold accessories, did CSI on the sales side. Went over to service accounting office. I did work in the accounting for 2 seconds. Not my, not my I found out very early self-awareness.
Sit behind a desk and you're like,
no,
no,
I need and it's quiet, hear a pin drop, and you never know anyone's mood in there. Those ladies are on top of each other no matter what dealership you go to. You can cut the room with a knife, so
Some are better than others.
Well, some are, but they have a very stressful, paper pushing job, which is not for everybody.
Yeah.
So not for me.
Yeah.
And then so they're so kind to me that I went to being the service cashier. None of the advisors at that time, back in the day, gosh, that was a long time ago. They had you get your ticket and go to the cashier. So that was me. And then I ended up writing service for a few years. Was the training manager for a little while there, did not like it. So I was like, I'm just going to go back to writing service.
Yeah.
Wrote service, and then in Nashville, I was their service manager for 15 or 16 months. And self-awareness, I was like, I think I need to go back down to writing, being ASM, because my daughter is still very small. So I'm like, I don't want to miss those big moments. If you guys want to throw me in finance when she's in college, let's do it, But right now, every moment matters, and life is very short. So they're so kind to be like, we respect your decision to come. We think
how cool is that?
Because not everybody would.
Yeah,
I don't think that I would have the same support.
Absolutely.
So just Hudson Automotive in general.
I was just about to say that. I feel like that's a Hudson
thing for sure. I've worked for many. This is my 7th dealership in 16 years. So across the country. So I've lived in different states, different owners, different corporates. I've worked for a lot of other different corporations and independents, a couple independents as well. So
that's something that you feel like sets Hudson apart. Is that kind of?
I've told all of them, TC. I've told Tom Miller, Gilbert, this is my last dealership. This is my last one. I'm one and done. You will not find me anywhere else.
Wow.
So.
And good for you taking ownership of your kid's childhood and wanting to
I appreciate that.
Wanting to show up for it.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
And they tried very hard to tailor to it for a while. But in reality, if your cup isn't full or if you're not handling your cup, you can't pour out to others, especially, to your children. So even though I was there physically for all the things that did matter, I was not there. 'cause
Yeah.
I
I
was
know
so
exactly what you
drained.
mean.
So yeah, so it's been quite interesting, and I've only been back maybe 4 months on the drive, I think.
Is that right?
Yeah, I'm so blessed. I got #1 at our store for customer pay last month, so that was a really
Yeah.
big blessing.
Cool.
That was really cool.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. That was fun.
We talk about that a lot, Caleb, right? And that's just that we have limited energy sources in our
Yes.
lives. And so
Yep.
a lot of people go through life not identifying what's important to them and what should matter, right? And then if you ask them what matters to them, they'll list out their list of what matters. And then if you really look into it, like their actions don't tie back to what they
Right.
say.
The why,
but it's because they don't take that minute to step back and say, what is important to me? And is this decision putting me on the pathway for what's important to me, or is it
Yes.
pulling me away from what's important to me? And
Yes.
Caleb and I talk about it a lot, and that's, we have limited energy. If I say my family is important to me, then what am I doing to carve that time out to say, okay, here's the time that we're spending together. Like nobody else gets this from me. Like
Right.
this is yours. Same with, your family
That's right.
and your son, right? Like, are we doing that? This work? It's not,
for everybody.
like,
It's not the end all
I mean,
be
the
all.
work is
right.
important, and I
Oh,
work
sure.
hard, and I do, all of us, we work
Yes.
hard. We do the things that we need to do, but at some point, I have to say, is work more important, or
You
is
gotta
my
make a
family
call.
more
That's
important,
right.
right?
Yeah.
And if so, then like, I'm sorry, like I can't get this done, or this is going to have
That's
to wait
huge.
until tomorrow,
That's, to say no,
or-
I think is big too, because you want to go with what society's kind of like pushing on you.
Yeah.
Like when you do ask somebody, really anybody, you could ask someone 49, 65, or
Yeah.
13. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
But they haven't taken the time to ask themselves those questions, so they do what everybody else is doing around
Yeah.
them. So like that was what implements their drive.
Exactly.
Oh, well, everyone's getting a car at 21.
Right.
So I guess I must get a car.
Mhm.
But do you value riding a bike? Like I don't know,
Yeah.
like whatever it looks
Yeah.
like for you,
Exactly.
So
And I think as a female in particular, and it's harder to say no. Sometimes it's just a perception. It's a perception that like I have to work harder to get to the job that I want to get to, and if I say no, then they're gonna look at me and say it's she's female, so she can't so I've found that whether it's true or not true,
The
right?
perception's
It's
there.
a perception
Yes.
of it,
Yeah.
and it's like I feel like I have to work harder, and I feel like if I say no on this,
You're set
they're
yourself
gonna
back.
look at me
Right.
differently, and
Right.
I'm gonna set myself
it like
back.
it will deteriorate or like put a blemish on
Yeah.
your credibility. It's
Yeah.
kind of the way that I've
Yeah.
been wording it over the past like decade.
Yeah.
It's like if you say no, or if you say that you can't show up for certain endeavors, especially whoever is asking as well. That's big. Like the whole the ladder, if you will.
Yeah.
It
Exactly.
will, if you say no, depending on how high they are on that ladder. Oh, no, my reputation's blemished.
Who you
My
say no
yes,
to.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, And then when the next opportunity does come around that you may be interested in, you may not have the same equal chance to be a participant or be considered as a candidate.
Can we talk about the competition?
My mind was not nervous, but my body apparently was.
It kind of threw me off a little bit.
Yes.
So that was probably the only time I was like, oh my gosh, what in the world?
Because it didn't look like you had to think. It just looked so
Oh,
natural.
I appreciate that. I was trying to ignore that I had like a thing, walkie-talkie
Right.
thing in my pocket. Like,
Yeah, because you're trying to